A soldier brings home a trophy from the war, and it becomes the weapon that ends 3 lives in a Brooklyn alley. If you're fascinated by the dark intersections of war, crime, and history, make sure to subscribe, because what you're about to hear connects 2 of America's bloodiest chapters. New York City, Brooklyn. April 8, 1947, 11:45 p.m. A black Cadillac stops on President Street, engine running. 2 men step out. The driver stays behind the wheel. The men wear dark suits. One carries a German Luger P08 pistol tucked into his coat. The serial number on the weapon reads 3771K. It was manufactured in 1942 at the Mauser factory in Oberndorf, Germany. 3 years ago, it belonged to a Wehrmacht officer killed in the Hürtgen forest. Now it belongs to Anthony Strollo, enforcer for the Genovese crime family. The men walk toward a tenement building at 487 President Street. 3rd floor, apartment 3C. They knock twice. A voice answers from inside. The door opens. Joseph Scottorigio stands in the doorway. He runs numbers for a rival crew. He has been skimming. The conversation is short. Strollo pulls the Luger, 3 shots. Scottorigio falls backward into the hallway. The men walk down the stairs. The Cadillac pulls away. Police arrive 18 minutes later. They find the body and 3 spent 9mm casings. Parabellum rounds. German military issue. Detective William Duffy handles the case. He has seen mob killings before, but the casings are unusual. Most contract killers use American revolvers. Smith & Wesson, Colt, this is different. Duffy sends the casings to ballistics. The report comes back within a week. The rounds match markings consistent with a Luger P08. Duffy makes a note. He begins checking pawn shops and war surplus stores. He finds nothing. Strollo keeps the Luger. It becomes his preferred weapon. He likes the balance, the precision, the fact that it carries 8 rounds. He does not advertise it. But word spreads. Other soldiers are coming home. Many bring back weapons, Lugers, Walter P38s, Mauser C96. Some sell them. Some keep them as souvenirs. A few end up in the hands of men like Strollo. By 1948, federal agents begin noticing a pattern. Mob-related killings in New York, Chicago, and Philadelphia involve German firearms. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms starts tracking recovered weapons. Between 1946 and 1950, they document 32 homicides involving German pistols. Most are Lugers. The weapons are untraceable. No serial number databases exist for foreign military arms. The trail goes cold at the point of entry. A man named Vincent Capelli walks out of a social club on South 9th Street. He is a loan shark. He works for the Bruno family. 2 men approach from behind. One pulls a Luger, 4 shots. Capelli drops on the sidewalk. Witnesses scatter. Police find the body and the casings. Ballistics confirms German origin. The shooter is never identified. The weapon is never recovered. A car pulls up outside a diner on West Madison Street. Inside, Frank Maritotti sits in a booth. He is a former Capone associate. He has been talking to federal agents. 2 men enter the diner. One walks to the booth. He pulls a Luger from his waistband. 2 shots to the head. Maritotti slumps forward. The men leave. Patrons dive under tables. The car speeds away. Police arrive. They find the body and 2 casings. The investigation stalls within weeks. FBI agent Robert Hannigan is assigned to track the weapon flow. He interviews veterans. He visits gun shows. He talks to customs officials. He learns that soldiers returning from Europe bring back thousands of weapons. The process is informal. Officers are allowed to keep captured enemy firearms as trophies. Enlisted men do the same, often without official authorization. The guns pass through customs with minimal scrutiny. Once stateside, they enter circulation. Some are sold, some are gifted, some are stolen. Hannigan finds that Lugers are especially popular. They are well-made, reliable, compact. They command high prices on the black market. A Luger in good condition sells for $75 to $100 in 1949. That is double the price of a new Colt revolver. Mob figures are willing to pay. The weapons offer advantages. They are foreign, harder to trace, and they carry a reputation. A gun that killed Nazis now kills informants and rivals. Anthony Strollo uses the Luger again. The target is Michael Adamo, a bookmaker who has refused to pay tribute. Adamo is found in his car on Mulberry Street. 2 shots. one to the chest, one to the throat. The casings match the Scottorigio murder. Detective Duffy connects the cases. He knows the same weapon has been used. He does not know who owns it. Strollo remains untouchable. No witnesses. No physical evidence linking him to the scenes. Duffy begins focusing on the weapon itself. He contacts military historians. He learns about the Luger's design, its toggle lock action, its distinctive ejection pattern. He studies wartime production records. He finds that certain serial number ranges correspond to specific factories and years. The casings from the Scottorigio and Adamo murders suggest a 1942 Mauser production model. Duffy narrows his search. He starts looking for veterans who served in units that fought in Germany in late 1944 and early 1945. The list is long. Hundreds of soldiers from New York. Many are dead. Many have moved. The trail fragments. A man named James Fratiano meets with a target in an alley behind a warehouse. Fratiano works for the Los Angeles crime family. He carries a Luger he bought from a veteran in San Pedro. The veteran needed money. Fratiano paid $60. The gun is reliable. He uses it that night. 3 shots. The target falls. Fratiano walks away. Police recover the casings. Ballistics confirms German manufacture. The investigation leads nowhere. By 1950, the FBI has documented over 50 mob killings involving German weapons. The number is likely higher. Many cases go unsolved. Many weapons are never recovered. The problem becomes a priority for federal law enforcement. Congress begins discussing stricter import controls, but the damage is done. Thousands of weapons are already in circulation. Detroit, March 14, 1950, 8:20 p.m. A Luger is used in the killing of Samuel Giancana's associate, Leonard Caifano. Caifano is shot outside a bar on Graciette Avenue. 2 rounds, one to the back, one to the head. The shooter escapes in a Buick. Police find the casings. Ballistics traces them to a Luger. The weapon is not recovered. The case remains open. FBI agent Hannigan compiles a report. He lists 53 confirmed cases. He includes ballistic data, serial number fragments, witness statements. He notes that the majority of the weapons are Lugers. A smaller number are Walther P08s and Mauser HSC pistols. All are German. All were brought back by returning servicemen. Hannigan recommends federal legislation to regulate war trophy imports. The report is filed. No immediate action is taken. 2 men enter a warehouse on Frelinghuysen Avenue. They are looking for Anthony Bender, a union official who has been cooperating with prosecutors. Bender is inside, counting money. The men pull weapons. One has a Luger, 4 shots. Bender is hit twice. He dies before the ambulance arrives. The men vanish. Police recover the casings. The ballistics report confirms German origin. No suspects are identified. Anthony Strollo uses the Luger for the 4th time. The target is Carlo Tresca, a labor organizer with ties to anti-mob activists. Tresca is walking home from a meeting. Strollo approaches from behind. 2 shots. Tresca falls on the sidewalk. Strollo walks to a waiting car. The car drives away. Police arrive within minutes. They find the body and the casings. Detective Duffy is called to the scene. He examines the casings. He recognizes the markings. The same weapon used in the Scottorigio, Adamo, and Bender killings. Duffy now has 4 linked murders. He knows the killer is a professional. He knows the weapon is a 1942 Mauser Luger. He begins cross-referencing mob activity. He looks at enforcers with military backgrounds. He finds 6 names. Anthony Strollo is among them. Strollo served in the Army, 36th Infantry Division, Italy and France. Discharged in February 1946. Duffy requests Strollo's service record. It arrives 3 weeks later. The record shows Strollo was awarded a Bronze Star. It does not list any captured enemy weapons. Duffy interviews Strollo. The meeting is brief. Strollo denies involvement in any killings. He says he does not own a Luger. He has an alibi for each date. Witnesses confirm his presence elsewhere. Duffy knows the witnesses are lying, but he cannot prove it. Strollo walks out. A Luger is used in the murder of John Scalish's rival, Thomas Lancy. Lancy is shot outside his home. 3 rounds, 2 to the chest, 1 to the face. The shooter flees on foot. Police recover the casings. Ballistics confirms the weapon is a Luger. The case is never solved. A Walther P08 is used in the killing of Paul Ricca's associate, Louis Campagna. Campagna is ambushed in a parking garage. 4 shots. He dies at the scene. The casings are recovered. Ballistics identifies the weapon as a German Walter. The investigation yields no leads. Agent Hannigan updates his report. He now has 68 confirmed cases. He notes that the weapons are concentrated in cities with strong organized crime presence. New York leads with 23 cases. Chicago follows with 16. Philadelphia has 11. Los Angeles has 9. Smaller cities account for the rest. Hannigan concludes that mob families are actively seeking German weapons. The reasons are clear. Foreign manufacture, difficult tracing, effective lethality. A man named Joseph Lombardo is killed outside a restaurant in the North End. 2 shots from a Luger. The weapon is not recovered. Witnesses describe the shooter as average height, dark coat, moving quickly. The description matches hundreds of men. The case goes cold within a month. Hannigan interviews gunsmiths. He learns that Lugers require specific ammunition. 2mm parabellum. The rounds are available but not common in the United States. Military surplus stores carry limited stock. Hannigan starts tracking bulk purchases. He finds that certain stores in New York and Chicago sell large quantities to repeat customers. He obtains names. Most are veterans. Some have criminal records. Hannigan begins surveillance. A Luger is used in the murder of a gambling operator named Albert Anastasia's associate, Arnold Schuster. Schuster is shot outside his apartment. 4 rounds, 3 hit. 1 misses and embeds in a wall. Police dig out the round. Ballistics confirms German manufacture. The shooter is never caught. Detective Duffy gets a break. A pawn shop owner in the Bronx contacts him. A man tried to sell a Luger. The serial number is 3771K. Duffy recognizes it. The casings from the 4 murders. He asks for a description. The owner describes a man in his 30s. Dark hair, medium build. Duffy shows him a photograph. Anthony Strollo. The owner confirms. That is the man. Duffy moves quickly. He obtains a search warrant. Police raid Strollo's apartment on May 9, 1951. They find nothing. No Luger, no ammunition, no evidence. Strollo's attorney arrives. He threatens a lawsuit. Duffy has no choice. He releases Strollo. 2 days later, the pawnshop owner recants. He says he was mistaken. The man was not Strollo. Duffy knows what happened. The owner was threatened. Possibly paid off. The case collapses. A Luger is used in the killing of a drug dealer named Michael Genovese's rival, James LaRocca. LaRocca is shot in his car. 2 rounds. He dies instantly. The casings are recovered. Ballistics confirms German origin. No arrests are made. By mid-1951, the FBI has documented 84 cases. The pattern is clear. The weapons are tools of organized crime. Federal authorities push for legislation. The debate drags on. Meanwhile, the killings continue. A Luger is used in the murder of Charles Benaggio, a political fixer with mob ties. Benaggio is shot in his office. 5 rounds, 4 hit. He dies at the scene. Police recover the casings. Ballistics confirms the weapon is a Luger. The case is never solved. Witnesses claim they saw nothing. Agent Hannigan's investigation expands. He contacts European authorities. He learns that American soldiers took an estimated 200,000 weapons from Germany between 1945 and 1946. The majority are pistols. Lugers are the most common. Hannigan calculates that at least 50,000 Lugers entered the United States during that period. Most are in private hands. A fraction end up in criminal use, but that fraction is enough. A man named Carlos Marcello orders a hit on arrival. The enforcer uses a Luger. The target is shot outside a warehouse. 3 rounds, 2 fatal. The enforcer disposes of the weapon in the Mississippi River. Police recover the body. No casings, no weapon. The case goes nowhere. Anthony Strollo uses the Luger for the 5th time. The target is Albert Anastasia's associate, William Moretti. Moretti has been talking. He is a liability. Strollo and another man meet Moretti at a restaurant in Cliffside Park, New Jersey. They sit at a table, they talk. Strollo pulls the Luger. 4 shots. Moretti slumps forward. Strollo and the other man walk out. Witnesses freeze. Police arrive. They find the body and the casings. The ballistics report links the weapon to the previous murders. Detective Duffy knows. The same Luger, the same killer. He requests federal assistance. The FBI assigns 2 agents. They join Duffy's investigation. They review all 5 cases. They cross-reference alibis. They interview witnesses again. Everyone stays silent. A Luger is used in the murder of a loan shark named Anthony Lima. Lima is shot in an alley. 2 rounds. He dies before help arrives. Police recover the casings. Ballistics confirms German manufacture. No suspects are identified. Hannigan's report now lists 97 cases. He presents it to Congress. Legislators debate import controls. Testimony is heard. Veterans groups object. They argue the weapons are personal property. Trophies of war, symbols of victory. The debate becomes political. No legislation passes. A Luger is used in the killing of a numbers runner named Peter Licaveli's rival, Joseph Zarrilli's associate. The victim is shot outside a bar. 3 rounds, 2 fatal. Police recover the casings. Ballistics confirms the weapon. The investigation stalls. Strollo's luck runs out. Not because of the Luger, because of an unrelated charge. Tax evasion. The IRS builds a case. Strollo is arrested on June 20th, 1952. His apartment is searched again. This time, police find a false wall in the bedroom. Behind it, a metal box. Inside the Luger, serial number 3771K, and 83 rounds of 9mm parabellum ammunition. Ballistics tests the weapon. The markings match all 5 murders: Scotoriggio, Adamo, Tresca Moretti, and Caifano, the Detroit case. Duffy finally has the evidence. Strollo is charged with 5 counts of first-degree murder. The trial begins on October 6, 1952. The prosecution presents the ballistic evidence. The weapon, the casings, the expert testimony. The defense argues the weapon could have been stolen, used by someone else, then planted in Strollo's apartment. The jury deliberates for 6 days. They return a verdict, guilty on all 5 counts. Strollo is sentenced to death. He appeals. The appeal is denied. He is executed in the electric chair at Sing Sing prison on May 14, 1954. The Luger is destroyed, cut into pieces. The pieces are melted down, but the problem does not end with Strollo. The weapons are still in circulation. FBI reports document 112 mob-related killings involving German firearms by the end of 1954. Congress finally acts. The Mutual Security Act of 1954 includes provisions regulating war trophy imports. Veterans returning from Korea are required to register captured weapons. Customs inspections are increased, but the law is not retroactive. Thousands of weapons remain unaccounted for. A Walter P08 is used in the killing of Angelo Bruno's rival, Joseph Ida. Ida is shot in his car. 3 rounds. He dies at the scene. Police recover the casings. Ballistics confirms German origin. The weapon is never found. A Luger is used in the murder of Sam Giancana's associate, Leon Marcus. Marcus is shot outside a nightclub. 2 rounds. Both fatal. The casings are recovered. Ballistics confirms the weapon. No arrests are made. Agent Hannigan retires in 1956. His final report lists 127 confirmed cases. He notes that the actual number is likely higher. Many killings are never linked to German weapons. Many weapons are never recovered. The full scope of the problem remains unknown. A Luger is used in the killing of Jack Dragner's associate, Frank Bompensiero. Bompensiero is shot in a parking lot. 4 rounds. 3 hit. He survives. He refuses to cooperate with police. The weapon is not recovered. A Mauser HSC is used in the murder of Albert Anastasia. Anastasia is shot in a barber chair at the Park Sheraton Hotel. 5 rounds. 4 hit. He dies instantly. The shooters escape. Police recover the casings. Ballistics confirms German manufacture. The case becomes one of the most famous unsolved mob killings in history. By 1960, federal authorities have documented over 150 mob killings involving German weapons. The flow of new weapons has slowed, but the existing stock remains. The guns pass from hand to hand, sold, traded, inherited. They surface in crimes for decades. A Luger is used in the murder of a drug dealer. The weapon is recovered. Serial number traces back to a veteran who died in 1958. The gun was sold at an estate sale. He had changed hands 3 times before ending up in the possession of the killer. The last documented case occurs in Newark on April 8, 1976. A Luger is used in a gang-related shooting. The weapon is recovered. It is a 1940 model, manufactured in Germany 36 years earlier, brought home by a soldier whose name is lost to history. The gun is destroyed. The case is closed. The link between World War II and American organized crime fades into archives and forgotten reports. But for 30 years, the weapons remained. Silent reminders that war trophies do not always stay on shelves. Sometimes they return to the streets, and when they do, they carry death with them.